Anyway, so let's just settle into our meditation. Feet flat on the floor. You can maybe put your, just imagine your shoulders are aligned with your hips. Feel the weight of, the legs into your ankles and feet. And the body into your sits bones. And just lengthen the spine. Imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light, stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. And take a nice deep breath. And just feel yourself growing longer, putting some space in between those vertebrae. And just notice the breath as you're inhaling and exhaling. If there are any sounds in your environment, just allow those sounds to be there, trying not to follow with the mind. And then notice the thoughts as they're arising. And if you wish, you can label the thoughts. Perhaps you can think of a thought as just simply, this is thinking. I am thinking. Oh, that's an angry thought. Oh, here's me ruminating. So with these thoughts that are not really serving us, not super helpful for us, we can just imagine that we've paid attention to them. We've actually even noticed that they're there. That's the first step. And the next step is to sort of just look at it objectively. We can change the direction in which we think. It takes a bit of time. So starting with just even noticing what's there, trying not to get overwhelmed once we do start noticing what's there. And then we can just imagine we perhaps put some of those thoughts on a cloud or a lotus, or put it in a helium balloon and just let them float. Just let them blow away. And you can just imagine that also you're sitting on the bank of a river. And just notice the quality of the water. Is the water rough? Is it clear? How is it appearing to you this morning? And then just know that while you're sitting on the bank of that river, you're free from the river. And then bring to mind some people of our life. So we start with the ones we know, our loved ones, our dearest friends, our besties, our spouses and children. And then all those people of our life who are complete strangers. And we can include in that many of the people who are missing on Maui, many of the people who've been affected by the fires, not just there, but people here in the mainland who probably can't get there right now, who are probably extremely worried. So just bring those people to mind as well. And then there's those people in our life who we don't particularly like. And just remember that they can all change place at any time. this friend, this person we don't like, and a stranger. And then, excuse me, they're all equal in their wish to be happy and their wish to be free from suffering, and in having this unbelievable capacity for enlightenment. So we'll do this meditation this morning for all of these people. Think particularly of Pam. And also, I notice Hin hasn't been here. Our precious Hin from Los Angeles hasn't been here for a day or two, so it means she's not feeling very well. So keep her in mind as well. All right, so let's just start. I will share this image of Tara. There she is. Okay, so this is our Swayambhu Tara. So you can imagine, you can just use this image in front of you if you have difficulty. Just open your eyes every now and then if you need to remember how she looks. But this image is made of solid metal, and there's cloth, woven cloth on top of the metal. But you can imagine that this Tara is made of light, radiant green light body, very beautiful. Excuse me. Sitting on a multicolored lotus, and her left foot is drawn in, and her right foot is out resting on its own little multicolored lotus. And her left foot drawn in indicates her complete and effortless control over her desire energy. And her right foot out indicates her willingness and her capacity to get up and help and act for sentient beings. And often she's referred to as the wish-fulfilling jewel, the wish-fulfilling Buddha. And she represents this quick capacity, female here, to cut through obstacles, to get things done and to be successful. And of course, to make all of us blissful. So imagine Tara as beautiful as possible, young, radiant, and full of energy and bliss. And she's wearing colored silken garments. It's sort of made out of dakini cloth. And she has jewelry around her ears, her ankles, and her arms, and around her neck. And on her head, she has this 5-pointed crown. And you can imagine that she's the manifestation also of the mind of your teacher, if you have one, appearing as green Tara for your benefit. To the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Tara, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So we can imagine now, we're going to imagine one chakra at a time. We'll start with the body. Lama Tara sending powerful, blissful white light, first of all, from the Om at her brow chakra. And this enters your brow and completely fills you. And imagine that all the problems and sufferings and heaviness of body are purified by this light, and all the harm ever done to any living being with this body is completely purified. And infinite past bodies as well. Not one atom left. And after, so we'll start with that actually. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soham. 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 Now imagine light comes again. And this time imagine your body has become a blissful light body, just like Tara's, indestructible, just like it will be when you attain the deity's body, the Sambhabakaya. And imagine it's not possible to ever harm others with this body, only to benefit. So that whenever they see you or hear you or feel you, it benefits their mind. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. 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 Now our speech. You can imagine Tara sends red light from the R at her throat chakra to your throat. And this purifies all the problems of our speech, inappropriate speech, useless speech, uncontrolled speech, angry speech, criticism, this inability that we have sometimes to express ourselves appropriately, and all the harm you've ever done to any living being. The speech of this life and infinite past lives is also completely purified, not one atom. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. 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 And imagine the light comes again. And this time you're full of the blissful, perfect, compassionate, wisdom, appropriate speech of Lama Tara, such that whatever sound you utter is necessarily beneficial to any living being who hears it. And all of this is your potential. So feel very full of this powerful speech energy. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. 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 Now imagine Para sends powerful beams of blue light the sky from the blue hum at her heart chakra. And this enters your heart. And imagine all the unhappiness of your mind, any confusion, arrogance, anger, jealous pride, resentment, hurt, anxiety, self-hate. All of this is completely purified, and all the delusions, including the root ego grasping, which are the cause of my own suffering and why I harm others, is completely eradicated by this powerful blue light. Not one atom left. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. 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 Now imagine the three lights coming from Lamatara's three chakras, three places, simultaneously penetrating your three places. And this time feeling that even the subtlest stains of all delusion are completely eradicated. Not one atom left, and feel really blissful as we recite the mantra again. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 Now imagine that Lamatara's lotus dissolves upwards into her body, and that little lotus also dissolves up to her leg and into her body. And then she comes to the crown of your head, sitting above there, facing the same way as you. And out of her wish to become one with your mind, and imagine this is also that mind of your teacher, she dissolves into green light and melts into you through your crown and merges with your body, your speech, and your mind. And imagine that you're one with Lamatara's holy body, holy speech, and holy mind. And feel blissful. Just really feel you're one with the energy of this Tara. Now think, now I'm Tara, I must lead all of these beings to enlightenment. So imagine in front the people that you don't like, and the front to the left, your friends, and to the right and everywhere else, all the rest of the beings. The strangers above, below, left, right, behind, in front, pervading all of space. And just remember, they're all the same. They all want happiness, they don't want suffering, and they all possess Buddha nature. So now imagine from your heart, millions and millions of tiny green taras emanate out, entering the friends, the enemies, and the strangers, taking away all their suffering and giving them everything they need and transforming them into their own Tara. Imagine this, really want this, as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 And imagine all these transformed Taras absorb into you, to all of us, enhancing your own Tara nature. Let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy you've created doing this purification to all those beings of your life and all the sentient beings on Maui. And let's also just send some really good thoughts out to Pam and her family. All right, everybody, lots of love. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry